Welcome to session 16, AWS CloudWatch plus application load balancer plus auto scaling with launch template. We'll create these alarms using CloudWatch with the end of the session, end to end, because we have built so far application load balancer alarms, auto scaling group alarms, Center for Internet Security, that is CIS, and the CloudWatch Synthetics, that is implement a heartbeat monitor. So CloudWatch will collect all the data from these resources, whatever we have created. We'll configure this DNS also, CloudWatch 1 dot the skill the agentic AI.io, and application will be available, and then we'll be able to monitor that. So it is related to CloudWatch. We will talk about this CloudWatch, AWS CloudWatch Synthetics related Node.js files for heartbeat monitor. No change to other files. These are the files: CloudWatch ASG alarms, ALB alarms. So these are the files we will talk about. Auto scaling with the root 53, we already have this domain name, CloudWatch1.theagenticai.io. The variables for placeholding, CloudWatch asgalarm.tf file, auto scaling for high CPU. This is CPU monitoring, CPU utilization, CloudWatch alarm to trigger the above policy when the CPU utilization is above 80%. This is the threshold specified, 80%. Average is about 80%. Then trigger the alarm. Auto scaling group name is AWS Auto Scaling Group. Alarm description. This is the metric EC2 CPU utilization and trigger ASG auto scaling policy to scale out if the CPU is above 80%. This is our file, CloudWatch ALB alarm.tf file. And then let's start this CloudWatch CIS Alarms.tf. So we have these some files. Let's talk about, let's get inside the file and let's understand the content of this Terraform manifest file inside this directory. This is our URL, skillpedia.ai. After change, it should be change. You can monitor it. Create zip file. That is step number 9 of 3. That is swwebsite.zip node.js. And CloudWatch Synthetics. Create policies and rules. Create identity and access management policy for a release. This is a root path. CloudWatch canaries synthetic IAM policy. Allow these permissions, give these permissions. This is the role. CloudWatch canary IAM role, the resource and the role and the path. CloudWatch synthetics. This is a bucket we are going to create. The bucket has to be unique. Please remember. Always ensure the bucket has to be unique over the region. Therefore, always give the name which should be unique. Add your own personal name or details. This is the name of the website. CloudWatch synthetics.tf. Create AWS CloudWatch metric alarm for canary resource. So alarm name, comparison operator, data points to alarm, evaluate periods, metric name, namespace, period, statistics. All these things you specify when you create alarm. If you have done AWS alarms, here also you select the metric actions and alarms and description. This is how you manage. You select the metric what you want to manage. For example, we are talking about application load balancer. So you select the metrics, what you want to monitor, the metrics you want to monitor, period you want to monitor for, threshold you want to specify. Instead of selecting them from here, we are giving them in the form of a key value pair. Metric name, namespace, from where we are pulling the metric, because metrics are collected. Metrics are grouped together in the form of namespace. A particular type of metrics will be available in a given namespace. Thresholds and treat missing data, that is breaching. You can also add missing. Then execute Terraform command. So let's talk about the files. Let's investigate the files. These are the files we were talking about. Installing the application, C1 versions, application load balancer variables, application load balancer. These are the files which you have already studied. So important point I want to talk about is CloudWatch Alarms, configuration and synthetics. For me, starting from here, all the commands which are given in this C14, I'm going to talk about it. Rest are all related auto scaling. We have already done that, and this also I would like to show. Let's go one by one. rm-rf.ds, and these are temporary files, should be removed. vi c1 versions. So these are the version specific files that we are using. Required version greater than 1.5, AWS greater than version 5, and HashiCorp greater than or equal to 3. These are specific version requirement we have. Next, I'm skipping application load balancer specific details. Let me talk about this C3 also, DNS registration. C12. So this is the name cloudwatch.theagenticai.io. This is where our application will be available. I will be visiting this URL. Then let's talk about the auto scaling, CloudWatch related all the variables. CloudWatch variables.tf. Let's go one by one. C14, vi C14 01. So there's nothing. This is placeholder file. So vi C2 C14 1202 CloudWatch Alarms. So these are the settings. Auto scaling policy, change capacity. This is cooldown period at 5 minutes. We can reduce it because we are practicing it. So let's reduce it instead of 300 seconds, which makes it 5 minutes. Let's make it 60 seconds. That will be good for testing purpose. Then this is application 1 ASG CPU utilization, and we are talking about greater than 80. And this period for this also, let's make it a little less, 90, 1.5 minutes. And this is auto scaling group, that will be auto scaling group name that will be used. These are type of customization also be recommended. So let's talk about C1403, that is load balancer. Define CloudWatch alarm for application load balancer. The same thing we have here also. Description type, this time we are using statistics is sum. 5, the threshold is 5, real world value is like 100, 200, but we are taking 5. The number of errors should be 5, then it should start showing missing the value. Let me explain this alarm as an example. The metric we will be counting and understanding for this firing this alarm, if the target is not reachable for a period of 2 minutes, if it fails more than 5 times, threshold is 5, then trigger the alarm saying that the data is missing. The meaning, this is how we should understand the meaning. And from the namespace AWS application elastic load balancer. So this is one alarm we are talking about. Let's talk about other files also. vi C1404. This is another alarm. This is create log group for center of security. So let's this is for that purpose. This is defining all CIS alarms. Then VI C14 05, and this is our canary release policy, canary policy, that is CloudWatch canary IAM policy, CloudWatch canary IAM policy. So this is the policy for that purpose. These are policy details. There's nothing I should explain here because policies are self-explanatory, identity and access management policies. These are the CloudWatch related files. Generic variables, local variables, VPC variables, all this we can see: elastic IP, null resources, private key, the SS website too. This is the website. Let's check this website also, SS website too. And inside this file we have the content, Node.js and this file. See here, these are the files, and I'm sure these files are copied in the instance page. Let's check the instance page also. With the instance page, vi app1 install. This is the template. This is the template for the app1. Let's see that file part. ls-l. We'll look at the instance page. Route 53, certificate manager, generic variables, local values, output, security group, instance, this one. So we'll talk about this instance part. This is our main instance. So let me check this instance variables and instance output. Let me one by one, let's talk about C7. VI C7 02 01. First is this one, that is instance type, Terraform key which we have. Then VI C7 02, that is instance output, that will show the public IP address of the instance. VI C7 03, instance bastion host, that is bastion host that will be allowed to connect to the private instance using the bastion host. This is given in C14 file number 5. Yes, this is the file, zip file that is used. Correct. So we have these all these settings done. Let's talk about the let's run this now. Cool. Terraform init. Next, Terraform plan. I can directly apply also. Apply -f, sorry, -auto approve. So this will launch. What happened now? Oh, this value is not allowed. VI C14 02. I change this to 60. Let's make it 300. Keep the same, no? What is the big deal? Now this will launch that instance, launch the load balancer, launch the auto scaling. Whatever sessions we have covered, it will be creating all those resources. Interesting point is, with respect to each of the resource, let it be instance, let it be load balancer, let it be auto scaling group, it will be creating alarms for all of them, and then we will be able to see them in the CloudWatch. So here I will see that I verified it here. So therefore, once my setup is ready, I should be able to see that here. In the meanwhile, let's talk about CloudWatch. This is the URL, cloudwatch.theagenticai.io. So okay, it has thrown some error, no problem, we'll check that. Argument is deprecated. Manage policy is deprecated. Use AWS IAM policy attachment resource instead. If the Terraform should exactly manage, okay. Creating auto scaling policy, that load balancer, That means right now the load balancer is not ready. So if I try again, it should not throw this error, because the load balancer is not ready, the target group is not ready. And it happens, you know that, because there's a time, and you see the application load balancer, you see the already the alarm is created. Right now there is no insufficient data. And elastic load balancer, this application load balancer, that is the reason you are seeing here this data. Let me refresh it. The load balance is, and this should also be ready now. Let's try. Here it is running. So welcome to application, the Skillpedia app 1. This is the instances running. These are the let me refresh this also. Yeah, this one is also configured. So zone file configured, closing this window, instance running, closing this window, website reachable, closing this window, and then these are the alarms. So in addition to the resources, this time we are already creating the alarms. For example, let's look at this particular alarm based on the values. These are the applications. You can see that what is reachable, not reachable. Right now it is showing OK. OK 0, insufficient data 1, which means it is not ready yet. We have to wait till the applications are deployed and application is running, because the time period what we have given so far was 5 minutes. So we have to have that much of time, and you can see the complete uses, the requests count. Let me send more requests. I'm refreshing it. Let me refresh now. Still insufficient data, and I'm sure that I'll get, oh, it is here, it is fine now. Here it is output successfully received. So that means after 5 minutes I should be able to handle this, and this is the path I should be visiting. So let me try this path, app 1. Yeah, this is my app 1. So the same thing, no, app 1. So this is the application 1, and let me see if I still have the insufficient data. Insufficient data means not enough requests are coming, and you can see the number of requests. The cloudwatch.agentic.ai.io/app1/index.html. Refresh browser couple of times, send more requests. Then only it will say it is okay. You can see the request number, how many requests are coming. So these are our CloudWatch. It takes time. It is the aggregate over 5 minutes, so that's fine. Anyway, the CloudWatch configuration is successfully done. We could see the alarms also, and let's see the another one, elastic load balancer. Refresh. No insufficient data now. See, this is what I was referring to. No insufficient data. Elastic load balancer fine. Application load balancer fine. All okay. In alarm 1, insufficient data 0. So let's try this now, and now this should change to refreshing. I just need to refresh the page probably. So team, this is what the CloudWatch related topic was about using Terraform. Now we can terminate the resources. Terraform destroy. That's all for this session. Thank you very much.